I like how the mustache gives like a little bit of like a frown to your face. Walrusy. Okay, end of an era, done. His one weakness, done. The farewell. Next mission is called Rendezvous with Diana Burnwood in Mendoza. Ascertain her allegiance. Okay, what are we planning here? We get a smuggled item? No. Lockpick Mark 3. Sort of poison? Sedative pills, a medic vial. I almost never use the explosives. So it goes. Alright, see how this goes. I wonder how big these files would be if I actually recorded them in 1080. I think they'd be a little crazy. This is what the percentage is. Right now, like, it's about 10, 12 gigabytes per hour. Right there.
Because you're not an idiot. That's just human.
Okay.
Don't be long.
That's that lady. This is sick. What the fuck?
You got my message.
You'd never get caught on camera. Not unless you wanted to be seen. So what's the play?
What's the
I'm
ploy?
the only one who's been busy, 47. I'm this close to becoming the next constant. I'll be able to dismantle Providence from the inside. Only one man stands in my way. Don Yates. That weasel was the partner's legal counsel for years. He's the top candidate. But remove him from the playing field.
Her voice is so
It won't
good.
work. If Edward suspects,
I will convince him you acted alone. Retaliation for Gray. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
the Herald, Tamara Vidal. She has eyes everywhere, and they're all fixed on you. The plan won't work unless we take her out.
She never leaves my side for long. Whatever your plan is, I'll help you if I can.
You're sure about this?
As sure as I'll ever be.
It is a voice of an older woman. Who's manipulating whom?
Here, I got you an invitation, just like old times. Come find me when it's done. Good luck, 47.
Sick. Okay, let's see what we got here. Serve tomorrow a poisoned glass of Pinot Noir, always pleasurable. Pacify or eliminate the sniper team near the silos. Eliminate the targets from that position using the sniper team's rifle. That's fine. Eliminate Don Archibald Yates by Meriticide? Is that supposed to say matricide? What is Meriticide? Eliminate him with a Branson MD2 microphone. Eliminate him with a pen. I guess you slam his head into it, Joker style. Eliminate Yates with a garden shredder. Oh shit. Push him into it. Eliminate Tamara Vidal by electrocution. Eliminate Tamara Vidal with the grape crusher. Oh yeah, there we go. Eliminate both targets by proxy. Eliminate her by hypothermia. This is a lot of shit. This is gonna be a huge mission. Eliminate Don Archibald Yates with a poison glass of 45 Grand Paladin. This looks like it's going to be one doozy of a mission. Okay, where are we going? We're going to that house? Where are the silos? Looks like over there are the silos. Can you run here and drop down?
Go on. We shouldn't be seen together.
There's a pathway there. How is that access? Dangerous cliff path. Got it. Where are the silos? I love a good sniper rifle. Via the map, this looks like the silos are up there.
Oh my gosh, be careful. The ground's super loose here.
What's it saying pick up? Just trick?
We won't fall. We just need to get the cake and we are good.
This is crazy.
You know it will be worth it. Everyone's going to be beyond.
Ready, Pam? 3, 2,
Let's take a listen.
1, and...
For more than 2 decades, New York-based law firm Morgan, Yates & Cohn has been among the most successful and the most controversial companies in the United States.
Go on.
Founded in the greed is good downtown era of the mid-1980s by Kenneth Morgan, Don Yates, and Theodore Cohn, the firm quickly amassed an impressive client roster, counting such corporate behemoths as Top Investment Bank, Milton Fitzpatrick, and Van Orton Tobacco.
Yeah, go on.
A reputation for
Where am I,
ruthlessness
by the way?
and dirty tactics.
Somewhere in
no
England?
doubt
Somewhere in America?
originating with the notorious affluenza defense of murderous socialite Chelsea Whitmore has long stuck to their name. But despite the
That guy looks like
persistent
me.
outrage
Can I
of
take his
progressives,
costume?
the firm has enjoyed a seemingly never-ending streak of successes and legal triumphs. This, however, may be changing. Just a few months ago,
What is this level called? Mendoza.
senior partner
Supposed to be-
Ken
that's probably
Wang
California,
passed
right?
away unexpectedly at the Hitman Hotel in Bangkok. And now,
Oh, yeah, that was me.
another of the founding partners, Don Archibald Yates, in front of whose Argentinian vineyard I am currently
Argentina.
standing, has announced his retirement from the firm. And so, the burning question in the upper echelons of corporate America is this: has Morgan, Yates & Cohn finally run out of steam? I am Pam Kingsley, reporting live from Mendoza, Argentina, on GNN News.
Look at that orange rufous crest. So adorable. Why those yellow rings around the eyes? I mean, they fade in captivity.
So
I've never
do.
seen them quite so vivid before. Oh, this is a rare treat. Oh well, mustn't be late. The gear is fairly common in these parts after all. I'll get a picture later. Oh, shit.
That's all it takes? The junior partner's documents from the archive of Morgan, Yates, and Cohn. Information requested by Don Yates. It appears to be detailed files in the deaths of multiple high-profile clients of Morgan, Yates, and Cohn, all deceased Providence operatives, all former targets. Pick up leather briefcase. Conceal my pistol in there. And does he have the same outfit as me? Too easy.
What the hell? Oh man, you are in all sorts of trouble. I'm getting help.
Oh my god.
That was dumb.
Let's just
Oh, please let me skip this cinematic.
Yates likes his little games. Don't be long.
Here, I got you an invitation.
Mara Vidal is a Providence herald assigned to watch over Diana at the party. A former spy and surveillance expert, Vidal worked for years at a CIA interrogation. She was an ICA and a CIA, and later enjoyed a short-lived fame in her native Argentina as the leader of a crypto-fascist political party, promoting a bold brand of meritocratic corporatocracy. As a Providence herald, Vidal is in charge of the South American territory, stoking the fires of conflict. This is like a bio written by like a 19-year-old edgelord. She's a true believer in Providence, which is in many ways a living embodiment of her elitist and meritocratic ideals. Blah, blah, blah. No one is this simplistic. She's Arthur Edwards' best and most trusted aide. She's highly observant and will be watching events closely. In order for Diana's plans to work, there's a little spelling error here. She must be taken out. That was trash.
Come find me.
Who
when it's
wrote
done.
that?
Good luck, 47.
Always pleasant whenever she says good luck 47. Oh, somebody tapped with that card. Well. Douchebags. Those girls got them fangs, though. You can tell. I'm gonna become this dude again. Crouch to change my outfit this time.
2, 1, and
For more than 2 decades, New York-based law firm Morgan, Yates
Okay,
& Co.
I'm watching you.
has been among the most successful and the most controversial companies in the United States. Founded in the greed is good downtown era of the mid-1980s by Kenneth Morgan, Don Yates, and Theodore Cohn, the firm quickly amassed an impressive client roster.
Any coins around here to yoink?
As top investment bank Milton Fitzpatrick and Van Orton Tobacco.
So I just think it's really dumb the way that skipping a cinematic fundamentally changes the tempo of a level. Like Tamara Vidal is like 2 to 3 minutes behind on our patrol if you just watch the cinematic. That doesn't make any sense.
But despite the persistent outrage of progressives, the firm
Oh no, I have to skip the cinematic because here's how the timing goes. I have to wait 5 seconds. That's just really weird.
however, may be changing.
I guess they need to get the organic world kind of started.
Ken Morgan passed away unexpectedly at the Hitman Hotel in Bangkok.
I just think it's super
Now,
weird.
Another of the founding partners, Don Archibald Yates,
Let's go get the
in
phone.
front of whose Argentinian vineyard I am currently
Mr. Yates? It's
There we
Aaron,
go.
sir, from the firm. I came as quickly as I could.
The burning
Yes, sir, I have the files. Sorry it took so long, but I had to access our remote server to print everything, and I couldn't get my VPN to... Right. Sorry, sir. I'll be right inside.
And a good 180-degree turn, man.
It was also a Thornwood Renner when Alexa Carlisle died.
Back to
I remember
where
that.
you came.
You heard him. You can't hang around here, buddy.
Oh my goodness, the birds are so beautiful.
Oh my lord, is that a Gira cuckoo? I've always wanted to see... Odd.
But why did it not work this time?
Buddy, do the right thing and show me those hands.
Hold it there.
Good, good. Don't make me shoot you, pal.
The fuck? That was kind of crazy. I wonder what if I have to like pay attention to things around there. This seems like some this seems like some eyeline crapshoot bullshit.
Let's just humor him.
Suffering in my feet.
Yates
This is sick level though.
Don't be long.
See, now she's right here.
Here, I got you an invitation, just like old times. Come find me when it's done.
Stubbornness will make me do this all again. Because I could definitely go up to that silo and then shoot both people with the sniper rifle. That'd be fun.
Yeah, okay.
But I would considerably rather get like a sense of the level and look around. That's the problem with the Dartmoor one, is that everything's kind of like worked out where, despite me not finding the stories terribly appealing, I still would like to kind of see what things are happening.
I came as quickly as I could. Yes, sir, I have the files. Sorry it took so long, but I had to access our remote server to print everything, and I couldn't get my VPN to...
Alright, let's see it.
Right. Sorry, sir. I'll be right inside. Oh my lord, is that a Gira cuckoo? I've always wanted to see one in the wild. Oh, Gretchen will be so jealous.
Is it that woman? Pick the briefcase back up. I still got it? Alright. So, do people not care? What's this? Invitation, I already got one of those. These people care who I am? That garbage can, alright. Okay, so let's review what ways I can kill. What the f? Oh, it's married aside is maybe like marriage partner? I've heard that word before. Microphone, pen, garden shredder. Poison glass of 1945 Grand Paladin. Yeah, cool.
If you want to come through, I'm gonna to pat you down.
Even with the briefcase?
Nothing to worry about. I had to postpone my
Fuck.
flight home for a couple of days.
That's weird. There's the microphone, I guess, maybe?
Hey!
Hey. That is super weird. I thought the briefcase made it so you couldn't do it. Do I still have the files? Grab them, right? Okay, good. You here? Oh, God, this thing again. So crazy.
My apologies. I didn't recognize you. Let me sign you in.
Luther, Burnwood's flying solo. I want all eyes on. Let's see what she does. And Luther,
How are you today, sir?
you deploy the birds and key in on the party area. We're spread too thin. Too many blind spots. Anyone as much as sneeze in the wrong direction, I want to know about it.
Feeling
And I
very
see
vulnerable
your tour
today,
guide is
so
none other than
you,
Gabriel Vargas, the state's
back
chief
off.
winemaker.
It's not unreal.
This is a rare privilege. You and Don Yates must be very close.
Okay.
Yes, about 400 meters, I should say.
Who is talking to who here?
I'll just wait here for my companion.
This is super weird.
Carry on.
Who's that? That's Burnwood.
Hey,
Mr.
back
Yates
off
said
a
you
bit,
would drop
would you?
by. Are you ready for the grand tour?
Who else will be attending?
Let me check. Just yourself, Miss Vidal, and a Mr. Cornwall Black, an employee of Mr. Yates from the New York.
This is so weird.
He hasn't checked in with us yet. Would you like us to call him for you?
That won't be necessary. We'll go at our own pace.
No problem. I will tell Mr. Vargas, chief winemaker, to expect your arrival. You are in for a treat.
What do you make of this?
Well, Yates wants us out of the way. There's a reason we're the only heralds going on this tour of his.
Okay, so there's a Corvo Black and a Gabriel Vargas.
That is Corvo Black. Don't stare. You've busted heads for this. That man's a beast.
Okay, can I do something with this? Should I do this? Is this the one? I have 8, but I'll leave it the way it is.
The stories. Started out in narcotics, got fired for misconduct.
Look at that, this is so crazy.
Budding an internal affairs officer. He turned PI and eventually
Look at this.
on the payroll of Morgan, Yates and Cohen as an investigative consultant.
Right.
Which one?
Evidence to
Can't even see him.
the odd bit of peony. A regular jack of all trades. I take it you heard about Reggie West's hit and run. Nasty business. I suppose everybody needs a corner now and then.
Wonder what he's doing here, though. At Yates' retirement party.
Yates is the
Is
kind
that
of
thing?
man who keeps his enemies close. I figure old Corvo is not here for the whole turf.
Okay, which one is he?
Corvo, got a message from the boss. Any calls?
Oh, okay.
It's the Burnwood woman.
That's right. Yates has arranged for the chief winemaker to take Burnwood and Tamara Vidal on a grand tour of the estate. Wants you to tag along.
Not for my sparkling personality.
Okay.
This Burnwood woman sure has his panties in a twist. Wonder what the deal is.
Yates' business is his business. Just
I haven't been able to get any poison pills yet.
The visitor center. Oh, have a drink on my behalf.
I don't drink. It makes me sentimental.
Does he look like me? It really looks like he looks like me. What are you doing, pal? Oh, look at it. It's so dumb. What's his deal? He's going this way?
Mr. Yates.
Look at this.
Yeah, I got your message. You aren't telling me what I'm...
Look at this. This level is like ruined. I have to research this? I've never seen it this bad before.
Big guy.
Something Dutch sounding?
Stand by. So you're not sure yet? Does that mean there's a plan A? One where I don't stand a 50-50 chance?
This is
again?
bewildering.
I mean, you do realise the risk here, boss. Broad daylight, workers around. Who exactly is this?
Hi there.
Hi.
It's a nice
Yeah,
gesture,
right.
but
But if I'm going to
Okay,
be
that's just that room.
you need to start letting me in on a few
Modesty has never been Don Yates' style.
Okay. So who's this for?
I'm more of a beer drinker myself. But if Yates wants to bring the heralds closer together,
Don Quixote's Yates.
I just never framed an urban legend before. Very post-truth. Yeah, I like it.
Cringe. Scanning QR codes for like achievement points.
Thomas Cross or Eugene Cobb had a direct line of contact. I'd say Yates is at the top of a very short list.
so how do you feel about Burnwood?
How do you think? She and her friends killed Donna Buffalo. Probably rocked it.
Okay, well, I can only do one thing at a time. How do I meet this guy? I guess I have to dump. I guess I have to dump my gun. Privado. Should I have known that that Mendoza was in Argentina? Is this a real place?
Sup, yo? I'm gonna need to frisk you if you want to come through here.
Alright, Mr. Yates, time to get your eyeball penned. Oh, they make you open it. Nice touch.
Okay.
Why do you give me this music? Cannons? Cool. Those. Pack of cannonballs? And? What are these? Pick up torch, alright. Oh. I feel weird having like the workout time off. I'm really relieved for the physical time off, but I feel like quieter and more mellow in a way I'm not necessarily sure I like yet.
What's this to you? Right. I forgot. You're from the city. You're only dying to know on the inside.
Okay. I don't know what they just said, but I don't really care. Is that a brick? Alright, so how much more nuance do I need? Get in here. Ah, here he is.
Mr. Yates, I have your files. Right?
Hey!
About time. You can set up shop in the ground floor guest room. I'll be right with you.
That. Is that here? Place research file? Where's the death pen?
Okay, let's hear it. What? You didn't even unpack yet? Christ, join the game, Aaron. I'll be back.
Okay, there's the pen. Said to orient myself, you know? Will he come back now? Like, do I wait for the rotation?
What do you see? A monster. Revolutionary, fanatic, violent extremes.
Who is talking? Oh, this guy's in the room?
Aaron Ford Jr.
All right there.
Don Yates is expecting me.
Okay. Right this way, Mr.
Trail of carnage and destruction.
You look like a lawyer, all right. You got that? Killer.
It's a gift.
You can set up your shop in here. Mr. Yates will be right with you.
Can I conceal this? Nice. So smart. Okay. Trying to put this on the table. They'll allow me. I just feel like the game is so bad with this. Give me a fucking break. Is he coming back here? I think so. Where'd he go?
The warmest of welcomes. A most shrewd and sagacious move on your part, bringing her into the fold. I have the utmost confidence that Miss Burnwood will prove a valuable addition to the group.
Okay.
Feel free to
Why does he talk that way?
Have a good day. Machine. Since when do I get the machine?
If my nickname is Cojones, that's not my voice.
Get out of here! Right now!
I think you actually have to do this, because how else are you gonna get the guard out of here? Can I close this? No. Let me upstairs? I feel like that's a no, right? I want to hear what's going on. No? They're just saying get out of here because they're, you know, IT aggressors. Alright. I walked through here. Oh, it's because he's having the meeting here. Right? The whole fam is with him. I talked to him again?
Mr. Yates, I have your files right here.
See.
About time. You can set up shop in the ground floor guest room.
So he comes right in, huh? I have to clear more of his guards out? We'll see.
All right. You're on the clock, Aaron. Dazzle me. What do we got on Burnwood?
She's an orphan. Parents killed by one of our clients, Blue Seed Pharmaceuticals. The experience taught her to seek justice outside the system. Would you like me to go through her records? They're quite extensive.
Well, somebody did their homework.
This
Just
would be a fun game to do voice acting for, because it's kind of like playing pretend. You're like Daniel Day-Lewis. You get to be a new person.
Your involvement in the 1% killings. Starting with our clients. Details, please. The gorier, the better.
Well, here's one that might interest you. Janus, a retired KGB spy master, is eliminated in his adopted...
Alright, pal. Oh. Never get to know. No one will ever find you. Nice. Sweet, I love it. Okay, I probably don't need that briefcase. Nice, alright, well that was an easy one. Serve tomorrow, Vidal, poison glass of Pinot Noir. Basically, it's the wine tour. And then maybe try to do this one. I'm gonna try to do this one afterwards. Signature suit is cool. And like, I just like sniper shit. Lately, I find that like... This is ironic because like less than a week ago, I was like, I'm finding it really easy to not play League of Legends. But like, kind of lately, I'm like, wouldn't mind having like a up-tempo game like that. Or even finding like a BR type game. Can't imagine I would really play PUBG again, but maybe I would. Okay. Electrocution, Grape Crusher, Poison Wine, Hypothermia. Okay, so I'm going to check the upper parts of the house, see if I can find some poison pills. After that, I'm going to go... Hey, where'd he go, bud? Where'd he go, fellas? You guys got a while to wait. Let's see if I can find some poison pills in the bathroom or somewhere in the house. Flood opener, basement key, nice. So he was out here before. Is this trespassing for me? Poison glass of red wine. What's that guy? Fuck. Is he like, where's my boss? Dump, missing propane flask. It's the wife. Really have any issue with her? Gates' car keys. Poison pills in the bathroom. Here's some. Lethal poison pill jar. Oh, let's go. Starting to know how this game works. You let me out here? I can push her off if I wanted. I really need to. 45 different locations for discoveries here. Alright. Does that guy care? Okay, so I got some stuff. I'll check the house out a little more. Basement keys? Why not? Briefcase stash. Oh, okay. At least as long as he doesn't open it. Okay, there's the basement key. Do not open it and find that assault rifle in there. Okay, more discoveries. The funny thing about like a white shirt and suspenders is that they equally... I don't know what items of clothing or something that it's comparable to, but you can look like the biggest, most like beefcake dude ever with like a white shirt with suspenders if you like have like the back and shoulders and like heft for it, or look like the biggest dork in the planet. I also have a friend of mine, he's like my cousin's husband, who once he moved to they have like a house in the country now, like raise chickens and shit. And they're like, she describes them like a couple of house cats. They like to chill. And he's a big boy. And like once he moved to the country, he just like fully just doubled down on like the suspenders are how I keep my pants up. Because it's the jeans and then there's the big belly. So the suspender is the ultimate way to do it. And he's just doubling down on that part of life. I love that. Okay, I gotta get these blinds done with. Just right in here. Okay, I think that helped a little bit.
Get out of my face.
What up, pal? Nobody asked you. Okay, I can see again. Nice. This is where you get the super sweet wine, I bet. Game is freezing. This is a hostile area. Okay, I gotta get that guard's uniform then. I don't need to be the lawyer anymore. Let that guy go. Let that guy go. Yeah, I think I gotta do a little coin move. This guy come back here? This is a pretty easy building to take some dude out. I think I might save. Just to not get that, like, fatigue of redoing shit. Take a coin? Who's talking and yelling like? Shit, right? Forgot about that. Uh-oh. Can't go that way. I think I can get this guy through. Okay. What's in here? Did I open this before? The room in the house? Okay, I gotta get that shotgun. I don't really. I'll never use it. Covert shotgun? Alright, I do want to go downstairs, but I will check this room. The problem is this guy. There's no one in here.
Mr. Yates has always stayed in the brownstone in Brooklyn.
Brownstone in
His
Brooklyn, eh?
climate never did agree with him.
Madam seems happy to have him around more. None of them are built for country life.
Some lore here?
They are fast-lane people, cosmopolitans. She was a career diplomat, ambassador to China before that.
Okay, I actually have to... This might be my dad. Hold on. It's his birthday. Okay, I apologize for that. Okay, the recording's at 56 minutes, so I have to put a note on the recording to skip that last 20-odd minutes.
Well enough.
Apologize for that.
Is a childhood home after all. But Mr. Yates, the man is like a small planet. He enters a room and kind of just sucks up.
Oh, this is talking about them too. This is how you can maybe get the Matiricide to work.
Barely notice him. The other day I was cleaning the drawing room and suddenly he was just there, sitting in the corner like a big fat spider. Never even heard him coming.
Stop! You're freaking me out.
I suppose it's the power. My mother worked for a man like Yates, and she always said that power takes physical form. She swore that you can even
Is that guy playing guitar?
That's just bourbon. Me, I like him. Mr. Yates is an old-school gentleman, ruthless to his enemies.
Okay, can we get through this conversation?
Friends, a man of his word.
Mr. Yates is a man of many words.
This is so funny. The barcode under the beret. Is that all I get?
Don't you remember? It was a huge scandal. One of those whatever gates.
Doesn't ring a bell. So, Mrs. Yates was a career diplomat.
Oh,
This is a mistake.
yes, an international superstar.
Oh,
She
alright.
was the Argentinian.
I can't believe it didn't work.
to know.
Head of thriving diplomatic career. She was the Argentinian ambassador to Norway, then Israel, and finally China. But 5 years ago, her office was involved in a legal back-channel deal concerning cell phone surveillance. And when the story was leaked by whistleblower, eventually her reputation and career were destroyed overnight. Finally, she retired to Vinender Gates, which she's...
Way. Then Israel, and then China. But her office was involved.
No one says this. Sordid back-channel deal.
Cell phone
Unless you work in a
surveillance.
museum, you'll never say that.
When the story broke, Mrs. Yates was thrown under the bus. Her whole career down the drain in an instant. That's why she moved back here. Nothing else to do. What with Mr. Yates still going full steam.
Ah, it's tough. But
Alright, okay, so I guess I'm gonna check out that basement a little bit. But mainly I want to try to figure out how to be Gabriel Vargas or Mr. Corvo Yates, if those things, if they're still around. And, poison her or push her into a grave crusher. Those guys care who I am. Oh, there's some sort of fucking dinner. This is cool. Secret Society dinner? Oh, that's my briefcase from before, right? Alright. Hello? This is fucking sick. Naughty shit. I can't go any further here. What are these names? Arvidal, Diana Burnwood, Arada Amada. What's that say? I can't read that, guys. Kadir, Alexander Stavrila, Jones. Okay, so this is another way to do this. Is like some sort of elaborate dinner. That's pretty cool. Anyway, not getting a whole lot from that. Unless I knock those two dudes out. I guess that's how you get to the secret drink. Anyway, I'm going back downstairs. Let's figure out this wine tour thing. Still can.
There are still so few guards assigned. Pretty surprising.
Tell me you did. Okay. I didn't forget the asado torch began.
You did, didn't you, Pablo? Why do you have to be such a baby?
Okay, I can get torches. I know what that is.
We trust in you, Private.
What are we supposed to do?
Okay, where's this Corvo guy? Did I miss him? He's still over here. All right.
Mr. Black?
What is it?
Message from Gabriel Vargas, the chief winemaker. Says the tour is about to start. They're waiting for you down by the grape fields.
Okay. Now get out of my face.
Now, is that better? Could just push him over the fucking staircase. We're all going. Where are the grape field? Clearly the grape field's over here. So can I get ahead and become Vargas if I get out of this fucking area? Please get me out of here so I can see him. Christ. Okay, where is he? Stairs down. Where are they going? Who's this? So dumb. Grape Fields, Gabriel Vargas, where is he? Where is he? Him?
No. What am I doing here?
Looks like a Gabriel Vargas.
Okay. Got it.
I think it's too late for me.
Hey.
Okay, so let me review this. Poisoned glass of Pinot Noir as a bartender. Who is this guy? It's not gonna work in my favor.
Not like I haven't been here before.
Yeah, she didn't care, huh? But the water pump?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what's going on over there? That's not Vargas. What's happening over here? Oh, I have a tickle in my throat. I have a tickle in my throat.
You must be Burnwood and Vidal.
And you must be Yates' garbage man.
It's a living. What's your excuse?
Well, we're all here, it seems. Except for our guide, Mr. Vargas. Suppose someone ought to fetch him.
Black, I'm looking in your direction.
Yeah? Let me know how that works out for you.
Okay, so I gotta set this all up, huh? This has to be him, right? It looks like him.
What? What is it now? What?
You have some guests waiting. Senor Yates wanted you to give them the grand tour. Remember?
As if I don't have more important things to do than babysit Yates.
Okay, take this route over here so I can stuff you in this dumpster, please.
Only harvest season.
Better do what he said, patron. Big shot New York lorry like that. You want to get on the bad side.
Well, I'm not going
Here we go.
until I have decided if the crop is right for picking. Bring me the 3 Malbec grapes, taste Ramon. If
Here we
Yates
go.
doesn't like how I prioritize, he can weigh me down with concrete and toss me off a bridge. How's that?
3 grapes, was it? I'll get my picking knife.
I gotta get her out of here. Coin?
Ay, wow. What's going on?
Okay, this is not adequate.
Nice.
Look this way. Oh, that was... Okay, Mr. Ramon. Can I get him over here? He does not care? This is rough. How do I do this? You take these guys out?
Oh yeah.
That was not it. Searching. These guys are gonna see me. I'm gonna get him. I have nothing to knock him out with. I can't even poison him because he doesn't seem to do anything. I got the brick. Good. Okay, wait for this. Okay. What does this guy's do? What does this guy's do? Okay, He no longer cares. Fuck, that was close. Okay. 2 dudes down. Still my coin, I do. I toss this coin for he cares. He keeps looking at me. Here, come over here. I need him to go over here. Damn, this sucks. I can't get this guy to move. Winery workers cute. Okay.
This just sucks.
Alright, I gotta hurry up with this. Okay, that actually could have worked. I could have distracted him there. Damn it. The guy's like constantly spinning around. And we dump the gun. Oh god. Okay. That was sloppy as fuck. See how this works. Wait till the searching happens. Wait till the searching ends. Look at this. This is so crazy. Happened here. Is it?
Maybe Vidal will trip her down the stairs. Those heels are an accident.
Yeah.
Don't hold your breath. Vidal is a...
Okay, I gotta wait for the search to go.
Welcome to Vignetta Yates.
There we are.
I'm Gabriel Vargas, chief winemaker, and I will be your tour guide. Any questions before we start?
Yes, but they're all above your pay grade.
Oh wow,
We're
rude.
good. Lead the way, Senor Vargas.
Follow me.
Okay, this might fuck up. Because he's still around. Where do I go?
I got it. See? Look how careful I'm being.
Where am I supposed to go on this tour?
Oh, excuse me.
Hey there! Whoa, sorry. I thought you were someone else.
That was a hot girl. Can't talk to them? Produce poison? Pick up a grape knife? Cool. So what do I do? What kind of tour is this?
Hey, compañero.
Always good to have a wrench. Alright, where else to go with this tour? Fucking this up. This is so weird, man. It's a non-talking tour. The homie go. You get a new outfit? Okay. Face grapevine? No. Do I have to do that now that I have the thing? The best tour ever. Are they just gonna do this? Are they gonna just never stop letting me do this? Maybe I need one from each field. What field is this? Okay. What field is this? Callback field? Do I have to do this part first? This is so weird.
Easy. You're handling those bunches like they're made of rubber.
None of these guards know why. No evidence of a grape crusher anywhere. This is so busted. I love it. I got a wrench in my hand. We're all taking a tour together. Beautiful. Okay, now that I got 3 grape bushels, do I take them on a tour by taking them to that table? Okay, well. Away we go.
Yo.
None of these guys know who I am. There's no obvious indications of grape crusher anywhere. This is weird, man. This is like a little unscripted, right? Okay. So I'm not sure I got one from each of these areas. Okay, so over here, the Cabernet Sauvignon field is the one that's blocked, right? Can't jump over there. Okay, so I don't think there's any more around here. If it would, I would take it. Okay, let's see if we can do the little educational tour. So fucking scuffed.
Okay.
What the fuck? Okay, so this is not clear. There's like legit nothing to do. Is it because I didn't do the right amount of things in order? This is so dumb. This is like classic fucking Hitman. Of like so obtuse. Where it lets you start stuff, but there's like no indication sometimes of what you should do. Okay, is there anything on the map that indicates anything? Not really. Nothing in the grape shed. This tour is like super fucking garbage. Is there anyone I can talk to? Can't talk to Corvo. Corvo Black's not even here anymore. Where'd he go? He probably left. That's the problem. Who's that?
Hey there.
Look at this. This is so dumb. This is like... Is that him? This looks like a winery. Oh shit. Okay. Is there another way in?
Oh, no, but thank you.
This isn't cute.
They don't want to go back here? Okay, so here's the problem. This guy's gonna see me. I think because I didn't take him out, I'm fucked. Alright, probably do this over. Winery. Here's where the grape crusher is. So this is where I'm supposed to go. But like there's still nothing that's like, hey, do this tour.
First stop on the tour is the production floor.
That's so dumb.
Prize-winning Malbec grapes are processed. Our equipment is state-of-the-art, including a drag-in freezer unit. And last but not least, our grape crusher. Industrial size for your disposal purposes.
Interesting.
Follow me, please.
Okay. Now they show you stuff. He's going that way with Corvo. This is like super busted. Love it.
This is an industrial cold storage unit, useful for preventing cellular decomposition. It easily reaches temperatures of -10 degrees Celsius. Trust me, you don't want to stay inside for long.
No kidding. Hey, there's no doorknob on the inside. Seems like a pretty glaring safety omission, if you ask me.
Probably soundproof, too.
And good luck getting a phone signal.
Follow me, please.
Okay, so that's a possibility. Here's a screwdriver. A little too late. Are they coming? She's with her. She's with the other guy now? This is so scuffed. Oh my god, this is... All I need to do is like just find a way to get him. Okay, I'll try to do this one, see what happens. Can I take this out of here? No. Here's this guy. Burnwood's still stuck with him. Okay, I'll try to present this and see if anything...
This is our grape crusher. The destemmed grapes are crushed into a thick pulp by a powerful rotating cylinder, making each grape quite impossible to ID.
Alright, come on, lady. Alright, say your line. Just to clarify, this is...
Have you had any workplace accidents?
What? fall into the back and get crushed to a pulp, you'd have to be a bona fide idiot.
Huh?
Oh no, I'm in the bathroom.
Hey, listen about the tunnels under the villa.
Oh, come on, there's nothing under that villa but dirt. There's some boiling.
Where's Mr. Yates' car? Oh. Shit. The Corvo Black got over that pretty quickly. Where's Miss Burnwood? Hanzo? I'm not sure if I'm allowed up there. Okay, Burnwood's back there already. Holy. I'm not sure I can take this out.
Hey, you! Where do you think you're going?
Okay, maybe I'll try if I go the other way. By the top stairs. Gotta be a better outfit I can use. Even the mercenary outfit would be better. I think it's compromised. Shit's over here, right? Shit. At least I can get this one out of here. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay, these guys don't care. See who cares if this is. After the thing, I think for funsies, I'm gonna try to do the sniper style.
I salute you.
Get there. There's literally one exit here. I've never seen anything like it. What is that? What even is that exit? Yates' car? That's my only shot? Never seen anything like it. Shocking. You say Toodaloo? Okay. Okay, I should be able to get in there.
She's been living alone here for what, 6 years? Ever since the scandal that ruined her career.
Are you kidding? That's the perfect marriage.
Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble of 5 years.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, okay.
"47.
Burnwood tangling with a mercenary? Very spicy.
It's done. Now what?
You saw it
Now,
happen.
we strike at the heart.
Edwards.
This is so weird.
You know how to find him, don't you?
Why, Edwards finds you, 47. He is untraceable, and he never lets you forget it. He is cocky, and that will be his downfall.
What's the plan?
Too many eyes. Meet me at the Olive Grove at sunset. One last tango, 47.
Too many eyes as she dances with a mercenary in the middle of the dance floor. Alright, that's a cool ending though. Nice. Targets only? It doesn't give you very much. Okay. It's the same as the other one, right?
How did you know?
Your deal. That kind of power always comes with a price. What's yours?
I think you know.
So I get captured and have to bust my way up?
I am sorry. This is a necessary evil.
What have you done?
Ether brand neurotoxin transfers by touch. See, Edwards learns by his mistakes.
There's no way that she's like not on our side.
Clearly demonstrated, brute force is futile.
She's just getting us to him.
To be me. It was the only way.
To get this close.
My family. I know what you did.
Yeah, but I'm just like an agent. I'm a token. Like an executable file.
Sorry.
You didn't have a choice. I did. Providence used you, but I'm no better. All I saw was a blank slate, a weapon to wield. I told myself it was what you needed, but people aren't meant to be controlled.
Not feeling these scripts, gotta say.
This is a kindness. Goodbye, Agent.
I guess level 100 is the highest you can go. Okay, replan mission. Replay mission.
Let's just humor him. Yates likes his little games. Don't be long.
Here, I got you an invitation, just like old times. Come find me when it's done. Good luck.
I have the same stuff I had before. Lockpick, poison. Alright, go check out these silos. Don't you usually get a bonus if you can like beat the mission with like just your like plain clothes?
Ready, Pam. 3, 2, 1.
Let's look at this a little further. So the best place to get there is through those dudes.
And Mr. Yates, it's Aaron, sir, from the firm. I came as quickly as I could. Yes, sir. I have the files. Sorry it took so long, but I had to access our remote server to print everything, and I couldn't get my VPN to. Right.
What goes over there? Either of those two methods.
Aaron, sir,
I can't go this way, can I?
I came as quickly as I could. Yes, sir. I have the files. Sorry it took so long, but I had to access our remote server to print everything, and I couldn't get my VPN to.
Jesus, see that?
Sorry, sir.
Come back.
I'll be right inside.
So cringe. No warning at all.
Let's just humor him. Yates likes his little games.
Oh, I could be one of these guys.
Don't be long.
Beautiful scenery.
Here, I got you an invitation, just like old times. Come find me when it's done.
Okay, so maybe probably should try to be one of these guards. Two dudes there. not easy guys to apprehend here.
Ready, Pam? 3, 2, 1, and...
Yeah.
Find out what that was.
Rightio. All clear. Yeah, just a rat or something.
Anna.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. Probably get a different costume. Shit. It's a fucking camera. See it. This is so dumb that you can't just fucking look upward. Look at this. I hate this. Okay, it's just... So let me read what they want you to do. Pass how I eliminate the sniper team near the silos. I gotta get upstairs. A lot of dudes. This guy takes a tour around here. You can like make the things collapse or something. Probably guy on the other side as well. Else this would be a bit easy. If I push that guy off, people will see him.
Huh. Rich scratch their asses too when they think nobody's watching.
Don't be crude. Pay attention. Yates wants us on high alert.
We've been at this for months. Ever since the 1% killings began. Nothing's gonna happen.
I can't push him down.
When you start thinking like that, that's when it does. Who are we on the lookout for anyway? Yates didn't say. Just a standby for a picture ID and a kill order.
Fine. I'll just practice my lip reading.
I had that, I don't want to pick it up, I want to use it as is. This is a tough one. Let me just double check the wording on that. This guy's really bad. Hope this counts. What the fuck was that? Who's shooting at me? This is crazy. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, who? What the fuck just happened? That was so dumb. Who was shooting at me?
Let's just humor him. Yates likes his little games.
Buggy ass fucking level.
Don't be long.
Here, I got you an invitation, just like old times.
Does that mean I should kill the other one first and then shoot Yates and then run? Oh my god, that was so stupid. Like, it's on searching. There's no one on the map who's like highlighted who's shooting me. Holy shit, that was stupid. I love it. This game. What? Ugh. You can't even shoot the thing because you can't see it because of some random ass glare fixture.
Let's just humor him. Yates likes his little games. Don't be long.
Oh.
Here, I got you an invitation, just like old times. Come find me when it's done. Good luck, 47.
I wonder if the same thing will happen this time, that someone's gonna fucking shoot at me from, like, New Zealand.
Ready, Pam? 3, 2, 1.
If I shoot the other people as well, first. Look. Huh? It didn't even work.
Hey, could you find out what that was? Enseguida.
Okay, I have no idea what that was.
Yeah, acknowledge.
This area is pretty easy to dance around. Oh, this guy's right. Is this guy gonna see me?
Huh. The rich scratch their asses too when they think our trespass. Yeah, boy.
This has gone to shit.
Check it out.
Got it.
Oh shit.
I hate this mission. To be fair, I did rush it. Ooh, they're different. They're in different positions for once. Starting's over. I'm just rushing the patrol stuff. It looks like it's going to be kind of hard to find an angle on the two ladies. But you're, again, I guess his patience is virtue. This is like, in any video game, whether it's Dark Souls or this, the repetition like of attempts is like just maddening.
Come find me when it's done. Good luck, 47.
Time is at 3:23.
Ready, Pam? 3, 2, 1,
These guys won't see you regardless of what you do. Little trucks. It's just like this part annoys me for sure. That like you can't look up and aim upwards. Around.
Huh. The rich scratch their asses too when they think nobody's watching.
Don't be crude. Pay attention. Yates wants us on high alert.
We've been at this for months.
Please don't keep going.
Ever since the 1% killings began. Nothing's gonna happen.
Please stop.
I know. When you start thinking like that, that's when it does.
Who are we on the lookout for anyway?
Yates didn't say. Stand by for a picture ID and a kill order.
Fine.
Carry on, sir.
Practice my lip reading.
All right. Okay, on to your next position, sir. 3, 2. We'll try to get the other one first. All right, ladies. What next? Wow. Quite the guard. We're working at an angle on these two. Time to find out. The stairs? This is what they do next, right? Alright, ladies, now we play the waiting game. Okay, so last time they somehow spotted me. Maybe it was because I didn't change my uniform. Alright, now we play the waiting game. Oh. Hope no one cares to check me out a bit. Oh, whoa, hey buddy. Alright ladies, get moving. Maybe this is the hard one. Oh boy. They're right on each other. I see them here? I can't see shit. This fucking light. Look at that, it's so stupid. There we go again. This is such a fucking bug. Ooh, I could have seen him there. Did you notice that? Check the window, pal. Oh, he's so tantalizingly close. You're not the brightest bulb. Okay, they're not shooting at me anymore because they can't see me. Holy shit. Mission is jank. I got the phone. Oh, getting by that window? He didn't care that a window just broke as he passed by. And they didn't do enough gunshots because they can't see me anymore. What's she doing? It's fine. Back to reading. Everything's good. I missed him again. Balcony? Right. Nice. I got the achievement. Now I have to talk to her? Alright, so I gotta get out of here. Well, there's lots of exits this way. That one's locked because I don't have a boat key. What's that? I'm concealed here? Yeah. With the beautiful fields. What's this area called? Lower Garden? These guys aren't gonna like if I show up here, will they? See if this fucks it up. No, we're good? Alright.
I think the city
These guys aren't going to care if I have this, right? So I just go to her again?
Gracias, señor. Enjoy the party.
Risking? No? Alright. Sweet.
Evening, senor. Would you care for an aperitif?
Any game with sniper kills is my kind of game. And we get to actually have our tango with a nice outfit this time. She's like asked me who I am when I'm wearing my own costume that she saw me in 8 minutes prior.
It's done. Now what?
Now, we strike at the heart.
Edwards. You know how to find him, don't you?
Why, Edwards finds you, 47. He is untraceable, and he never lets you forget it. He
All
is
right.
cocky, and that will be his downfall.
There is something with how elaborate the storylines are in this game in terms of each mission, where it's impersonal and a little bit boring in some ways to use snipers. Your first time through, you should try to get some mission stories and get a feel for like the level and like the flow of it for sure. But then later, fuck, why not? Pop somebody. Nice. 4-star. Nice. Sweet. Great. Ooh. Everything I've ever hoped for. Hope I can use that in every level. Okay, so 100 is not the cap. Okay, this I saw already. Can make much. New story, untouchable. Alright. We can wrap this bitch up. Let me get a cookie, hold on. Put the briefing. About the new power behind problem. Ever since I had my parents over for dinner in the summer and was doing some charcoal barbecuing and stepped on a burning charcoal that had fallen out and burned my foot, and I couldn't walk for a week and a half, I've taken to being a fan of sitting down while peeing. And I just picked up my phone and grabbed a cookie, and I had a real gamer moment there where I almost brought my phone and the cookie into the bathroom to sit down and have a pee. I was like, hold on, this is an area that I'm not willing to. This is an area that I'm not willing to yet transgress. Maybe when I'm like 70 or 80, you can do that.
Are you still here?
Can't get rid of me that easily, bitch.
Still clinging on to your self-image. Agent 47, the apex predator. Always hiding behind.
They remember how I killed Novikov.
Was perfection its own justification? Or a willful distraction?
Who's this?
A wall built contract by contract. To shield you from the uncomfortable truth.
Okay.
You're exactly the tool they bred you to be.
Okay, now it's less personalized.
Quite a piece of work you are.
A lot of people I killed.
How could you possibly function on your own?
This is
You
sick.
never even had a name. Until I gave you
This is super cool. Into the blood? Wow.
That's him. Burnwood never ceases to surprise me.
That was so cool.
You really are a most singular individual. And to think she wanted me to put you down. Lucky for you, I never throw away anything useful.
And that's what she was counting on.
Prepare the serum. Forgetting's not so bad. You've done it before.
What's he doing? Is he still looking at us?
I'm afraid so.
Gross.
Poor sap just won't accept his days are done.
Perhaps I should take him out to the woods and set him free.
Oh, it's a classic.
He was a loyal tool. But everything goes the way of the horse and cart eventually.
I couldn't agree more.
The toxins are playing into your fears. Don't let them. Come on. Gotta get your head straight.
We're in the dungeon of your own mind. Okay, control doesn't do anything. Any coins in the ground? Bricks? Garden shears? Forks? Pool balls? Apples? Bananas?
She wants me dead.
She has every right to after what we did. But that's not what is really going on.
She chose power. In the end, she was just like them.
No. She found a way to turn Edward's own cleverness against him. The rest is up to you.
See?
I don't know how.
It wasn't enough psychological ramp up to have her actually go rogue.
Once you dispose of Edwards, I will dismantle Providence from the top down. It will finally be over. All you have to do is embrace the past.
Did I press the wrong button? No, we're good. Of course, his chest is also hairless. This is cool. Hitting him with the classic Medal of Honor mission.
Sir, we have produced a fresh sample of the serum. Yeah, the exact specs from the lab in Johannesburg. A dosage is on its
Just
way
like
to
Anthony
your car as
Edwards.
requested. Well, I recommend that the muscle paralyzing agent used to incapacitate the subject is out of his system before this.
Eliminate the concept by poisoning him. Assassinate target with a headshot. That's all we got. Don't read these.
Serum is administered to avoid unwanted side effects.
Yes, let me keep my phone.
I will inform you once the subject comes to.
Something there. Got that one. Let's get it started. 47 PhD.
We need to find a catchy name for it. For when we go commercial, I mean.
You figure this thing has commercial applications? Who'd want to have their minds wiped?
Not wiped, obviously. But that's just fine-tuning. Okay, right now the serum erases long and short-term memory banks wholesale. But in a couple of cycles, we'll be able to isolate the effects to individual memories. Imagine if you could pluck out childhood trauma, ugly breakups, combat trauma. You guys should be over the moon.
What are you talking about? I love waking up in a cold sweat with a scream stuck in my throat.
Wrap this up. I got some new outfits to wear.
So, what would you call it then? Your catchy, off-the-counter name.
I don't know. Blank Slaterzine?
You are a piece of work, lady.
Come on. Jim, was it? It always starts like this. GPS, microwaves, duct tape. This serum will eventually improve lives. I've got to believe that.
Tell that to the poor SOB in the rear car.
On a train?
When I want to forget something, I rely on my good old pal, Mr. Alcohol. No offense.
That's why you're a degen. What you gonna do now? I think I kind of go Angel of Death here, but I have no ability to take out both of them in this kind of short expanse. One more rotation and see where she goes.
I don't think I've seen you before.
Fuck was that?
Sir, please stop this.
Alright. He's having a little trouble getting up there. What is this? Reach and clear handgun that can quickly take out a number of targets, precise headshots. Great for clearing room without escalating fights. Okay. Get her out of here. I'm not a button masher, it's the poster on the wall. Okay, there's very little to do. Hey, a crowbar, we're building. Pretty much have to do it. Cool. Romania. Can I go back that way? No. Gotta go this way? This is sick. What's that? I feel like I saw something there. This is so cool. Any other directions I can go? No. Okay, I can hang here. Pretty much have to get up there. Can I go back that way? Got a key, lovely. This is really, really cool. It's like linearity. It's like a best of. Yeah, I can't go this way. I can. I can't drop down. But I can scale that to go forward, but I will instead go this way. Rusty old nail. Very sick, man. Break open? Where's my crowbar? Broke? Oh, there it is. Wait, what is that? Imperial filigree egg. Okay, at least it gives me something else to do. That's it? This is really cool. I'll break up this in two. Okay. I had to choose one. That thing broke? No, there's another one, right? I will have to choose one, whatever. Just to make sure that it doesn't kill you, I guess. Base valve. Okay. How do I climb up? Is there stairs? Confused. I guess I scale this. What's that, fire axe? Flash grenade. Pick up the yellow valve. Guess that goes over here. Okay. Flash grenade for those fellas, I guess. Can I open these? Looks like no. No one here. What's that? Pick up icicle.
Last time I saw weather like this, I was doing extreme conditions training near the army base in Pat. Petawawa? None of you know where the hell that is, do you?
Petawawa, it's Canada.
Classy look in your eyes. But trust me, they get some real winners out there. Anyway, this was January 12 years ago, or roundabouts. It was like this times 10, basically. Couldn't see more than a foot in any direction. Snot.
All this for a crowbar?
Still in your nose. So cold the air burns your throat when you breathe. All that, and we're out there dragging supply sleds that weighed 5 times more than any.
All right, I'll listen to it.
12 hours at a time. You serious? Oh, I didn't even tell you about how dehydrated we all were. Had to be. Who wants to whip it out in the bushes when it's that cold? Pissing goddamn icicles? Nobody. And that's just when it was snowing. Never mind when the wind picks up and throws some ice your way. You want everything zipped and double zipped when that's going on.
It seems like a really dumb idea.
Better lock and load. What's going on here, guys?
Man, do you copy? We have a situation, some kind of
Oh shit.
Mr. Guard, hold up.
What's happening here?
I'm warning you, mister.
What the fuck just happened? You guys are stupid. Oh, never mind. What was that?
Open up your toolboxes, gentlemen. You will die today.
Well, that was fucking ridiculous. So, like, that's just bait, right?
Are you still here?
That blind took no time. Don't make me do this again. Motherfucker.
Still clinging on to your self-image.
You could not get that crowbar and get out of there in time.
Agent 47.
Oh my god, you're making me do this again? This is such bullshit, man.
Always hiding behind the headlines.
This game has so much potential.
Was perfection its own justification? Or a willful distraction?
Just like...
a wall built contract by contract.
The fact that this is not skippable is like... such a weird decision.
You're exactly the tool they bred you to be. Quite a piece of work. How could you possibly function on your own? You never even had a name.
Modern.
Until I gave you one.
Press the 1 button to advance the story.
That's him.
That's so incredible. Wow.
Burnwood never
Press the
ceases
button.
to surprise me.
Press X to upload. Press X to delete the
Really
files.
are a most singular individual.
Press triangle to blow up her
And to
family.
think she wanted me to put you down. Lucky for you.
So stupid.
I never throw
Oh
away
my
anything
god.
useful.
Whoever
Prepare the
cleared
serum.
this.
Forgetting's not so bad. You've done it before.
Skip the intro so that you can get a start of the mission, which totally changes the pacing of it. But watch this as they fucking tango.
Poor Sap just won't accept his days are done.
Perhaps I should take him out to the woods and set him free.
Oh, it's a classic.
He was a loyal tool. But everything goes the
Oh
way
my
of the horse and
god.
cart eventually.
This is so stupid.
Are you done? The toxins are
They
playing
really
into
make
your
you watch
fears.
this whole thing.
Don't let them.
Why?
Come on. Gotta get your head straight.
Oh, so I can, oh right, so I can walk through the gate again. Because it's so meaningful. I can't believe how salty this is making me. It's so stupid. I guess probably they balanced the mission to be
She has every
easier.
right to after what we did.
So you don't have to do this more than like
That's
fucking
not
once,
what
because
is
this is so
really
dumb.
going on.
She chose power.
I can't believe how little that flashbang
In
worked
the
for.
end, she was just like them.
No. She found a way to turn Edward's own cleverness against him. The rest is up to you.
I don't know how.
You do know.
Whose idea was this? Have him call me immediately. I can't wait to blow this kid. I can't wait to blow this little girl's family.
Providence from the top down.
Oh, please let me kill them. Oh yes, kill her family.
All
Yes.
Is embrace the past.
Oh yes, let me press the button. Oh, I pressed forward. Press W for 2 minutes. And then I got to blow up her family. Yes, I'm so glad we got to do this. Yes. Alright. I gotta assume this mission's a cakewalk. Nothing in here,
Find
right?
a catchy name for it for when we go commercial. I mean,
Why is this room?
This thing has commercial applications? Who'd want to have their minds wiped?
not wiped, obviously.
A technical report on Ether's new memory repressing neural inhibitor serum. The formula is reverse engineered and enhanced by a much older prototype created at the Institute for Human Betterment in Romania in the 1980s. An antidote produced at Ether's R&D site in Johannesburg was stolen by Lucas Gray during his assault on the facility in order to unlock 47's hidden memories. In its current version, the serum is a blunt instrument, completely erasing both long and short-term memory banks, but the research team is confident that in just a few cycles they will be able to target individual memories with massive commercial potential.
Fine-tuning. Okay, right now the serum erases long and short-term memory banks wholesale.
Got it.
But in a couple of cycles,
Check.
we'll be able to isolate the effects to individual memories. Imagine if you could pluck out childhood traumas, ugly breakdowns.
Oh, the rusty crowbar, that's why it breaks. Got it. I'd rather have his outfit. I can just get the next guy's outfit, right? Lab storage and gun. I guess I'll try to open the other one this time, see what I get. What's in this one? Come on then. Fuse cell, alright. Change. Do you have to open it? Wait, no you don't. Maybe I'll save the Russian nail? Whatever. Throw out the flash grenade, I'll just use it better. He's so talented to use the rusty old nail to open this shit. Real. How do I open this? Oh. Maybe if you have the rusty nail, you can open it? Whatever. No crowbar for me. Is there anything else in here?
Last time I saw weather like this, I was doing extreme conditions training in the Army base in Pat.
Later, fellas. I feel like I could have got away before if the fake surrender button doesn't override the climb button. Oh. I heal from that eventually.
Corporation bought this train for sample backup storage. But since the bombing of their R&D site in Johannesburg, they're refitting the cars as a mobile field lab.
Huh. So what are the Russians using?
In there? How do I get over here? Okay, you can't scale this. Okay, so this is the way they want you to go, is down here, I guess. Can I climb past it? This is super weird, man. Climb up? Please stop there, thank you. Go through there. Two different brands. Very important. Can I get through here? No. What is this? He's got a better costume than me. Okay, I can climb here. I'd rather go through here, I guess. See what's in here. Alright. I wonder if any of them has any sort of like key or anything. So I'll find that out later. Okay. Can I go through here? No. Anyone in here? No. It's creepy. In here. Locked from other side. This guy coming in here? I forgot to pick up my other soda can. Big mistake. That guy's gonna stay in there. Locked from other side. That means I have to get it from outside, from up top, I guess. But it didn't seem. What's that say? I don't think I could climb from outside. Let me just double check. Not openable. Not climbable. Yeah. All right. Wait. What was that? What was that? Just the random open button. Okay. Whatever. Kind of weird, like, collision on that. Mass newspaper? A muffin? Guy comes like halfway here. Wonder if I can push him out the window. I should be able to get that newspaper because that guy just doesn't have the dot over his head. He doesn't care who I am. I don't think I can get out the other side. Blend in. Don't mind me, fellas. Up here. Can't go across. Okay, is it maybe not iced over here? Oh my god. That was close. Okay. Move here. Avoid that. Keep going. Something up there. The rusty nail. Nice. So I gotta choose a direction to go down, I guess. Please don't hurt me. Thank you. So I guess I go the other side? I guess I gotta go in here.
Oh. Where are we supposed to be exactly? Ukraine? It all looks the same from the blizzard.
Nah, somewhere in Romania. We're on a loop from Zagreb to Irkutsk.
Nothing to pick up there. Okay, got it. Oh no, wait. Fuck. Alright. Whatever, it's easy.
A regular ghost train, huh? I guess that's one more box ticked.
These guys move? I feel like if I go there, like, I'm gonna get seen. This is kind of fun. Soap. That guy's right there. Oh my god. Gun, which I already have, I can do without that. Mind me.
You should walk up straight. It's important to keep a proper upper body posture if you don't want to mess up your leg.
That guy's very Canadian.
Hey. Yeah, hey. Oh, can you grab me a soda or something in the fridge?
Sure. Alright. Can I get through here? Guys see me. Is that like the armory or something? This looks like a room where I could beat these dudes' asses.
Hey, soldier boy. Better rip. Hear you loud and clear.
Shit, I fucked up. Okay. Is there a dumpster in here? Ton of guns. What's that? Blend in as a guard. What do these guys got? Tactical shotgun. Add ammo. Frag grenade. Holy shit, this is intense. Alright. Anything else here? Actually, I could do something more useful with those guys. Walk from the other side, scale. Who's this guy? Place valve. That's not openable. Fuse cell. Overload lights. I gotta see what these guys are gonna do. Alright, pal. Let's see what you got. getting sick of your bullshit. Can I get the soda back? No? This is the same concept. This is the same costume I had before. I'd rather have the elite guard. Okay, so I can overload the lights. What's this thing here? Place valve. If I can't get in here, or I must check out the valve. Overload lights with a fuse cell. Pick up his gun. What's the point of that? Blinds him, I guess? Pick up icicle. Unlock door with nail. What's in here? That. To the valve.
It's ridiculous, if you ask me. Whole train full of mercs to guard one guy.
You do know who he is, right?
Sure. Everyone's very impressed. I get it. And if you want some kind of elaborately planned calamity,
Okay. What have we in here? More guns. Sweet. I guess I suppose I'll eventually use them. Do I want to have the, Do I want the shotgun or the machine gun? Alright, I barely use a shotgun in this game. Might as well use it. What does this do? Just in case that makes a witness, I'm going to take this back. I wonder what that does. Okay. Okay, let's get to whatever they also have in there. Get this gun up in case everything, you know, anything gets a little crazy. Don't mind me, I just got my covert shotgun. Yeah, it's getting crazier. That. Dragon grade. Use cell. Break open with missing crowbar. Is there a crowbar in here? Use cells. Right, well, onwards. How am I gonna get through this part? Kind of a complicated pattern here, isn't there? Fucked. Oh, I fucked up. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, I gotta do this whole thing again. I forgot to save. Oh, just because I moved like 1/2 second too early.
Are you still here?
That kind of looks like a room where you have to just like clear it. Oh my god, I have to do this again.
To your self-image. Agent 47.
Can't believe they don't let you skip this. It's like reason enough to save the second you get out of this bullshit. Can't believe you can't skip this.
Always
This is like
hiding behind the
humiliation.
Was perfection its own justification? Or a willful distraction? A wall built contract by contract.
This is why, yeah.
To shield you from the uncomfortable truth.
This is why you don't let game developers have too much power. Moments like this.
Quite a piece of work you are.
Look at this. This is so
How could you
obnoxious.
possibly function on your own? You never even had a name. Until I gave you one.
That's him. Burnwood never ceases to surprise me. You really are a most singular individual. And to think she wanted me to...
I almost had my way through there too.
Lucky for you.
Okay, I have to save once I get as far as I did last time.
Prepare the serum.
Do all this again.
Forgetting's not so bad. You've done it before.
This is so trash.
What's he
You know when like one little thing is like
I'm afraid so.
drastically lowers your appreciation of a game? This is one of those moments.
Take him out to the woods and set him free.
Whoever thought this was the right idea?
He was a loyal tool. But everything goes the way...
This is crazy.
I couldn't agree more.
This is like the guy accepting the Best Performance Award at the Game Awards and taking 8 minutes while Al Pacino stood there. That's what this is.
Toxins are playing into your fears. Don't let them. Come on. Gotta get your head straight.
She wants me dead.
She has every right to after what we did. But that's not what is really going on.
She chose power. In the end, she was just like them.
No. She found a way to turn Edward's own cleverness against him. The rest is up to you.
I don't know how.
You do know. Once you dispose of Edwards, I will dismantle Providence from the top down. It will finally be over. All you have to do is embrace the past.
This is so crazy. You can skip that. Can you believe it?
We need to find a catchy name for it, for when we go commercial.
Figure this thing has commercial applications? Who'd want to have their mind wiped?
Not wiped.
You have to do the poster for this? Is there no other option? What an excruciating mission to do again. All like the novelty goes out of it. completely embittered by the inability to skip that beginning. I'm not sure which of these two things I prefer to have. Maybe I'll keep the crowbar and get neither of them. It is really cool in games when they make it so that you have more things to unlock than you have abilities to unlock. More than you have the means to unlock things. That's pretty cool. I don't need the egg because I have the soda cans everywhere. Fuse cell, I haven't found like I've been short on anything really. Flash grenade is a little dodgy, to be honest. First time I saw the lights, I was like, oh, you can climb up them. You can hang off them. Like action movie style.
Last time I saw weather like this, I was doing conditions.
Oh yeah, I was in Petawawa. Alright. So this part's a little bit dodgy. Soda can. Oops. Here.
The Ether Corporation bought this train for sample backup storage, but since the bombing at the R&D site in Johannesburg, they're refitting the cars as a mobile.
Yoink. Alright. These guys still don't care. I guess taking the elite guard stuff is fine. The problem is like that kind of almost got me caught there. But it does give you the big gun. This has got some good action movie qualities to it, though. I have to say, I can't get mad at that. This is a weird one. You have to backtrack for this one, I guess? Shit. Oh, it was around here somewhere, but you can't seem. It doesn't seem like you can drop down. It's a mystery. Oh! Wrong button. It's crazy they can't see this. Oh shit. Edwards is still so far away. It's nice that this rusty iron nail to be able to stay up here. Can't scale over this, gotta drop down somewhere. There's something above in the next floor.
Where are we supposed to be exactly? Ukraine? It all looks the same through the blizzard.
Nah, somewhere in Romania. We're on a loop. Zagreb to here.
Zagreb. Isn't there something else up here? Oh, it's still up ahead, never mind. Another icicle? Okay. How do I get down? Don't? Alright, let's go in this way. Drop that. How the fuck do I get down? Go back here, I guess? Okay. And go this way. Drop down, go through here. They're pretty good at making so there's no time that you can like climb through and like instantly get fucked over. Pick up soap. Random ass guards. This is a gun. I still don't have a gun, right? 3 nails? Oh shit. Oh no.
Anyone know this? Man? That's enough. Damn. Okay.
God, I fucked up so hard. I just realized as soon as I pressed it that it was an illegal action. And I can't even walk away. I was starting to think that maybe I should save getting into this part.
Still here?
But I can't even walk away for this part. The worst thing ever. This went from so fun to like the worst thing
Still clinging on
ever.
to your self-image. Agent 47, the apex predator.
Can't even look at the screen. Can't abide it.
Always hiding behind the headlines. Was perfection its own justification? Or a willful distraction? A wall built contract by contract to shield you from the uncomfortable truth. You're exactly the tool they bred you to be. Quite a piece of work you are. How could you possibly function on your own? You never even had a name. Until I gave you one.
that's him. Burnwood never ceases to surprise me. You really are a
The
most
tango's made up?
singular individual. And to think she wanted me to put you down. Lucky for you, I never throw away anything useful. Prepare the serum. Forgetting's not so bad. You've done it before.
What's he doing? Is he still looking at us?
I'm afraid so. Poor sap just won't accept his days are done.
Perhaps I should take him out to the woods and set him free.
Oh, it's a classic.
He was a loyal tool. But everything goes the way of the horse and cart eventually.
I couldn't agree more.
Are you done? The toxins are playing into your fears. Don't let them. Come on. Gotta get your head straight.
Can't go through this again. I can't go through this again.
She wants me dead.
She has every right to after what we did. But that's not what is really going on.
She chose power. In the end, she was just like them.
No. She found a way to turn Edward's own cleverness against him.
So dumb.
The rest is up to you.
I don't know how.
You do know. Once you dispose of Edwards, I will dismantle Providence from the top down. It will finally be over. All you have to do is embrace the past.
Please. That's the biggest joke. The biggest joke ever is being able to skip that 1/2 second.
We need to find a catchy name for it, for when we go commercial.
You figure this thing has commercial applications? Who'd want to have their minds wiped?
Not
I wonder if they have something on them. Like, I don't recall them having something on them that allows me to, like, skip this step. So cool the first time. Somewhat less on the fourth. He's so far away. He's like, he could not be possibly farther away. I guess part of this is like insisting on like not taking people out. No, not really. There's only like there's a couple of risky spots. You get other fuse cells, so I don't feel like the fuse cell is like strictly necessary. Keep the shit for now. So bitter. Grenades have an advantage to like clear a room and kill if you want to kill everybody. All the grenades are like for a battle. If you want to play this game the way you never play this game, which is to kill everybody. That's the part that's weird. Oh shit, I didn't see that though.
Ether Corporation bought this train for sample backup storage, but since the bombing of their R&D site in Johannesburg...
Okay, we're speeding.
Mobile missile launch control center, prison transport.
The good thing with these guys is that they have the covert gun. At least. Anything in there? I think so. Anything here that I missed? No. I think so. This is the mysterious locked one. Very mysterious. Zoom in. Which is the way I go down here? Okay.
Where are we supposed to be exactly? Ukraine? It all looks the same through the blizzard.
Nah, somewhere in Romania. We're on a loop from Zagreb to Irkutsk.
Isn't it?
Irkutsk.
What about the border inspections?
Alright, I'm getting to a point now where I should probably save soon. Not a real downside of doing this. Did I just press low by accident? Okay. Save. Never have to do it again. Ooh, rushing in. But the problem is you can't got at least one of the guns I wanted. I mean, sorry, I got at least one of the things I wanted. Wait, I have to go through here? Interesting.
Hey, yeah, hey. Oh, can you grab me a soda or something from the fridge?
Passenger card key.
No rush.
Got it, pal. Our Edwards is still so far away. This is the armory car. How much ammo do I have for the shotgun? Very little. Oops, no. Okay, so I don't want both of these, but I have both of these, so it doesn't really matter. How much shotgun ammo do I have now? A little better. I can blend as a soldier, but who cares? Onward and upward. This way looks like the way to drop down. Frag grenades, etc.
When is the boss getting off?
Sarajevo. He only got on board to identify the sedated guy in the middle of the car.
Right. How's he on to go?
Oh, nice. Okay. Hold on. How about my machine gun? I dropped it for the other thing? For the frag grenades, I guess? That could be worse. Okay. What is this guy's thing? Security guard? These guys might see him. I'm gonna move him away. I don't understand the point of this. What do these guys have in here again? Valve, which I don't need anymore. Okay, here we are. Oh! Hurt.
It's ridiculous, if you ask me.
Oh shit.
Hey, Jake, what the hell are you doing? I
Fuck. For once, that guy sees you. It's kind of cool to have it so, like, they'll only notice you if you change things up.
Hey, yeah, hey. Oh, can you grab me a soda or something from the fridge? Just whenever you head back this way, no rush.
Oh.
When is the boss getting off?
Sarajevo. The only hell on board.
Sarajevo. This kind of feels like the part where you're a little more clear. Right? This guy out of the way. Nothing valuable, nothing of value in there. Still have to be careful of these guys. The timing on this is a bit weird. That guy turns that way. This is fucked up. I'm gonna die here.
Hold on a second, Rambo.
Wait. Yeah, that was starting to feel a little bit weirder to do this without killing people.
Hey, yeah, hey. Oh, can you grab me a soda or something from the fridge? Just whenever you're heading back.
If you overload the lights, I wonder what happens. There's some quick ass cigarettes. Happen again. Who are you talking to?
When is the boss getting off?
Sarajevo. He only got on board to identify the need.
Did I grenade these dudes? Is that what they're telling me to do? wonder what you do with the, I wonder how you can use the screwdriver to help this part. Okay, here we are again. 4th time's a charm. Try to get a few cells this time. Oh shit, how the fuck did that work? What do I do here? What the fuck? Please don't see that. Examine. What's this guy's costume? Mando leader, we're coming up in the worlds. A research report by Ether's acquisition managers on the history of the train. Nicknamed the Mortar after the Baba Yaga's favorite means of transportation, the train was originally a KGB black site commissioned by legendary 6-column spy master Janus. Over the years, it was used as a top-secret data archive and mobile prisoner interrogation facility. The train runs in a perpetual loop from Zagreb in the west to Irkutsk in the east, cutting across vast uninhabited stretches of Russia, Kazakhstan, Romania, and Mongolia, using a system of rail lines. After the fall of the Soviet Union, the train was stationed near Volgograd until it was purchased by the Ether Corporation as a sample backup storage facility. Following the bombing of Ether's R&D site in Johannesburg, they began refitting the train as a mobile field lab. Gotcha. Roger Dodger. Lock a cabinet, pick up a rusty screwdriver, pick up more crowbars. Open this shit up. None of these guys care. You guys are gonna salute me. Okay, how many rusty nails and shit do I have? 2 crowbars, 1 nail. Alright, forward we go. This is funny. Damn, you guys are dumb.
He's right. It's low vis out here. Is that you, Chief?
In the flesh.
Everything under control? Orson here had one of his feelings.
Everything's on rails. Now move aside. I have a message for the boss.
Yeah? Prisoner awake yet?
Oh, he's up and about.
Alright. Now this is where I'd like to be able to save. Can I climb over here? Can I scale this side? Is this a rusty hammer? Normal claw hammer? I'm doing great. Okay, now we're in like the civil part. Okay, game has changed. Anything in there? Bunker car? Hey, buddy. I don't need to do this. Is this guy gonna do something with this or not? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we come. This way, at least, I get to gun if I need it. Okay. One of those guys can see me. No, none of them can. Pick up the gun. Anything else on the ground? Okay, we're at 6 of 7 for Chameleon. Nice. Okay, just to review this, challenges is just headshot or poison. Okay, where am I gonna find poison? Sweet. Drastically increases my chances of success here. I was worried there for a second. Alright. Maybe that medicine cabinet back there had poison. Never know. Oh, here's one. Fire axe case. Exactly my bread and butter. Okay, so it's probably in that medicine. It's probably in that last cabinet.
I don't suppose there's any point calling for help. No. Seems I brought this on myself.
What's happening here?
Well played, Miss Burnwood. Do you really think she'll be able to resist all that power? This is not how people work.
She rejects the power, not the responsibility.
A noble idea. But please join me in the real world. I trust you already know what this is. Why not simply take it? Embrace who you were always meant to be.
Is it like a forgetfulness vaccine again?
No, never again.
Well, I had to try. Go on then. Do your thing. At least I die knowing who I am.
What is it? Pick up serum. Pick up fiber wire. Pick up ICA-19 Black Lily. What is that? A classic pistol. Anything else in here? No. All right, later, pal. Just see, this is what. All right. Oh, here we go.
What are you doing? No! No!
What did you think
This
was
is what it means to lose everything.
You're making a mistake.
It's mine to make.
Oh. Forgive me. I seem to have, what were we talking about?
Don't worry. We were done.
Okay. Back to his classic goose down. The poison kind of seems better because he was going to accept the bullet more, but seemed to hate the idea of the poison. So pretty much the commando and then the initial scientists are the only two people it took out. One guard on the bridge.
Resignations at the top level of international finance continues as Milton Fitzpatrick CEO Alexander Fannin joins the president of Hamson Oil.
Am I done? Nice.
It's been a long time.
He's got like children already.
That's not who I am anymore. The pact is done. The past, dead.
I keep my high-tech gigaphone with me.
And yet,
This is very Scandinavian, that this is where he chooses to retreat to. That's perfect, you know, it's just a quiet world, no one to talk to.
I choose this path because I can. There will always be people like them. So there will always be people like us.
no one is untouchable.
It's good to be back.
I agree that him retiring to be like a chill dude is like a weird way to do the finale for sure, but that was a pretty quick ramp up from I'm retired to it's good to be back. I think it was 6 lines of dialogue. All right, here we are. This might be the first game that I do like a recorded review of. Either just speaking to the camera or overlapping over footage. I'll probably just record myself doing it. And then either put it over game footage. Or just do it as like a thoughts video. I remember being totally entranced by the first one when I first played it, when it first came out, like maybe a year or two later. A year later, maybe? I'm not sure. A couple years later. Anyway, how Paris and Sapienza, etc. felt was, as I said before, like super modern, really like organic. The world felt really, really alive. I understand how like that initial novelty can't necessarily turn into 3 straight games of the same momentum. I think because the kind of gamesmanship of how a level is going to work and the mechanics, etc. eventually comes in, because I think what was kind of appealing initially was like somewhat of style over substance. And then by the end of it, you're like frustrated by like levels not working, repetition, or something kind of fucking up, like Mumbai being full of people who just like randomly run around the corner when you're about to kill someone or like take someone out. And like the absurdity of like the comedy dress-up simulator part of the game kind of implants itself, but I can't really say they could have necessarily done anything different. They had like a wide variety of levels, and sticking to the same formula, they like made the worlds often feel quite alive. Maybe, as some people have said in reviews, that freelance mode is closer to the way the world should go, because mission stories are a fun way to do it, though they are quite linear and you're often like following a script, but trying to figure out how to get out of a circumstance and escape as clean as possible. It's probably closer to like how it should feel, and all of the decisions they made really make sense for sure. The levels are really beautiful. And it's interesting how over the course of like 20-25 minutes you do really go from like a bewilderment about how much is going on to like, okay, I get a sense of where everything is most of the time you play it. Some levels more than others, but like it is a pretty cool learning curve per level to be like, okay, what the fuck am I gonna do? Then you wander around, and then I don't know, within like 30 minutes you do get a pretty good sense. David Bateson's his name. I gotta check what this guy looks like. You do have a pretty good sense of like the flow and the general dynamics at play. Sean Bean is one of the elusive targets. After a while, and then it becomes, okay, this is manageable. Okay, get me out of here now that I've done a couple levels. So like that balance it's pretty well done. There's a lot about this. This is like very impressive, and just generally speaking, the way that they make these like set pieces feel alive is a really fun way, I think, to make games. I have to imagine that these are pretty fun things to put together and to test and figure out. But just like all like these like super pretentious elements that they put into it, really cool. I still think that like most of the levels I most enjoy are like the early ones from the first one. Especially the way that Sapienza go from like flighty Italian lounge folks to like the virus lab. That is always like one of the most like enjoyable transitions, because not a whole lot of the other levels have the start one way and end a totally different way. They all end up like, okay, well, where am I gonna get myself in here and to get myself out? So I guess another level that was sort of similar to that would be Chongqing, which was fucking awesome, I think, with like the futuristic element to it. I thought that was really good. Mumbai was frustrating when I did it, but I enjoyed later just because of the fairly broad variety of scenery, just mostly being like the train yard. I actually thought the Vermont level was quite cool. I almost need like some sort of reminder of what else there was, namely in the second game. I thought the Burj Dubai level is a very cool idea, especially because the event is like any level where there's an event happening as you speak often feel like very immediate. Like that's basically Paris, and that one Berlin was a little confusing. Like there's some people who were in the challenges of kill this guy by this method who it never became clear who that person was and never got named, and then suddenly just the level was over when you hit 5. Maybe there's like 6 or 7 or something, and once you hit 5 it's over. I don't know. I'm gonna look through now when this is done to see. I want to get like a Dartmoor was cool, but it felt like a lot of the stories were like concentrated inside the house, and when you're in the house you're like under such pressure that it's kind of hard to figure like what all these like kids are saying inside there. I guess it's a really cool stylistic idea if you know kind of about like the British movies that are like the upstairs downstairs type movies. So to be like a butler or a servant and to like be listening to all these like pretentious fucks and their problems, that's cool. It's a game that like, if you look at how many mission stories get finished and how many like challenges there are, like this one, even on master difficulty, or maybe even especially on master difficulty, the one playthrough of each level, 1.5 sometimes, is probably like seeing 15 or 20% of the game, although each subsequent percentage would be less satisfying than this one. There definitely are frustrating moments. The main frustrating moments are when you're trying to play in a difficulty that like challenges your brain, to not have it clear what sequence of events sometimes, especially in the second game, would trigger events to go the way that you wanted. Part of it might have been my inexperience with it, and maybe the fact that master difficulty on the third game was so much easier than the first and second was just understanding systems better. That's likely. But the kind of repetition of a level, getting stuck in it, being like focused on how am I going to get this to work, was a source of frustration, as well as like replaying that cinematic at the end of this level. That was like the most troll thing I've ever seen. It's nice that 2 of the last 3 levels have the ability to pop people with a sniper rifle from very, very far away, which is a pretty fun way to do it. And generally speaking, I wonder what the last chameleon outfit. I didn't. It's a funny game. It's a funny game in that the amount that I like the idea of it is more than I liked playing it. You know what I mean? Like, I look around and I love the concept and I like how it goes, but I don't think necessarily always was the same case as I played through it. I was like a little bit, it was kind of like in the doldrums a little bit and be like, okay, come on, let's get through this. Or like parts of having to repeat a level. Sometimes the scripted nature of it made it seem that it was like a pretty long time to do over something if there was like a particularly stubborn way that you wanted to do something. But I guess that's fair. You can be kind of like flexible. There's so many ways to kill people. I did also notice, especially during the second game, I think, that there was considerably less fun ways to take people out per level. If you read through the challenges, you're like, none of these are that sweet. And I don't really understand why they suggest the fiber wire. I guess because it's like an iconic assassin style, but it just it's I don't see what the unique function of it is in the game. You can just break their neck in the same way. What's the difference? Is it quieter? Oh, unclear. Can't say that I'm really like particularly enthused for their James Bond game. Though it would be cool if they do like a back to bases, like straight up like 50s James Bond, where it's like pretty low tech and pretty suave. I don't expect they're gonna get into like a million exploding gadgets like the later games, like the later movies, sorry. If they go really back to basics on it, like Dr. No style, that is cool for sure. But I recently read within the last week or two that they're like announcing doing like a fantasy RPG, assembling a party, etc. That, you know, it's a nice idea. That's obviously years away. There's so much I like about this, but a lot of it isn't in the playthrough. That's how I feel about it generally. And I tried to keep it relatively bloodless, although sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm just going to kill this room because I don't want to go through this game again, or I don't want to go through this whole sequence again. But generally speaking, I tried to make it like in a first playthrough to experience the stories as much as I could, play dress up, and find like a funnier, weird way to kill someone. Remember the levels with like, one of my other favorite levels is the Hokkaido one. No, the, what's it called? The final level of the first game, somewhere in Japan. I don't think it's Hokkaido. I think it's like one of the islands. It's an island. Anyway, that level had a lot going on, though I found it frustrating to try to do it one way. That was the one where there's 2 different points in the first game. Is Bangkok in the first game? If Bangkok's in the first game, there's 2 different points in that first game where I didn't know that pressing WASD would like move commands around. Like I could have done the mixer properly and electrocuted Jordan Cross or whatever his name is with the electricity, but I knew that it wasn't about mouse clicking, which was doing nothing. It's about pressing up, down, and left and right to like move things around to try to get the mixing well. And then I could have impersonated the surgeon and killed the old guy who was getting operated on if I knew also to move buttons around. Those are 2 things early I didn't quite figure out, but then you could sort of take advantage of it. There's some later levels where you could use that to all right, I love it. I'm looking forward to doing some freelancer the next few days, and I'm not sure how long I'll do that for. It depends how addictive I feel it is. This took me probably 2 weeks to get through, maybe 3. Gary Busey is also one of the voices for the elusive targets. This is a long one. Okay, now I can get a level review this way at least. Paris Sapienza, Marrakesh, right? Marrakesh was a complicated one, but I liked it a lot. Matthew Gravel. Colorado's a level I like almost never think of. I found the kills were a little bit unsatisfactory on the Israeli Ezerberg, that guy. I like the kill on the main guy. Yeah, Hokkaido was the name of the last level, right? Oh, nice. It's a nice touch. Base scan models. Am I thanked here? I don't think so. Is there an African level besides Marrakesh? I don't think you go to Australia either, do you? I got all 3 credit sequences here, huh? Just want a review of the levels. Hey pal, how you doing? Wait, hold on. Who does the elusive voices for this? These seem to have someone good in each one. Sean Bean for this one? Alright, that's fine. There's a section for production babies in each game. These healthy Scandinavian work-life balances. Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, what's next? Not much. The last level is like a Snowpiercer level. That was pretty sweet. Not too hard, but a couple of segments that I fucked up. And they don't let you skip the original cutscene of the level. So it's like an unskippable 4-minute thing, which is fucking brutal. Okay, let me do it. Okay, that means I'm skipping it. What happens next? Nice. 5 stars, baby. Totally deserved. Don't know why. Look at me. The last couple of missions I got a 4 and a 5 star. No mission stories. Proximity Semtex demo block. Shape for use in demolitions or improvised explosive snares. Okay, that could be useful. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, if I had exited out of the level and restarted it, I could have made it so I skipped that. Gold baller? That looks sick. Pale homemade style. Okay, look at that. That is a weird looking gun. Homemade spray can silencer. Okay. GG. Disguise yourself as a commando guard. Oh, I couldn't do that because I was their boss. Find and equip all disguises. So which one did I miss? Oh, it was the commando guard, right? Just said that. Complete untouchable. A new father. That's the room that I couldn't get into. Yeah. That is the second possible starting location. The first one is inside his own brain called Reflections, and that was the unskippable cutscene. That tilted the fuck out of me when I couldn't skip it. Push a guard off the train. Come on, let the guards live. Construct a silencer. Interesting. Shoot a train signal. Okay. Well, if I followed challenges, I could have done some of these things. Unlock the keypad. That's really not hard. You can't do this one because unless you start, what do they, by your suit? I wonder if they mean like your suit at the beginning, which you could still do easily. Okay, cool. Next up, exit to menu. What's funny is when sometimes like a random comes in to watch. Like some guy came in today and only wrote shoot everyone, refused to elaborate, and then never said anything again. Or someone the other day was like, hey dude, how's it going? Just rush through it, XD. Or like, hey, let's see you rush through it. I was like, I don't know who you are, but I'm not really gonna do that. Alright. So what is live? Elusive target coming soon, elusive target arcade, the authoritarians, escalation, the Hollywell things. Start more community. Well, I don't know what any of this means. Destinations. Okay, now we get a review. Are they in order? Yeah. So the training facility, Paris, the fashion show. Yeah, people are. It's interesting. Some people are looking for someone to talk to who doesn't have very many viewers, so they get like a personal touch. And some people are interested in watching someone struggle through a game that they've played like 100 times, especially Dark Souls people who are like, I've played Dark Souls 300 times XD, and they kind of want to tell you what to do, or sometimes in a way that's valuable, give you information about the game that you would never fucking know, no matter how many times you played the game. Sapienza, Marrakesh. This is a cool level. Bangkok. Colorado, Hokkaido. Okay, so I think the first game is just like wall-to-wall bangers. I don't think I like Colorado that much, but the idea is very cool. Okay, game 2 is what? Hawke's Bay, this is the intro level. Miami, this one is bewildering, but fairly... And some want you to do everything they say and backseat the entire time. Yeah. I learned throughout Dark Souls and then a little bit of this game that you can't let yourself get like thrown off course by what someone tells you to do. Because then you end up losing like 30-40 minutes where it's like not that entertaining or fun, and you're just trying to do the thing they said you can do. I was like, oh, that sounds cool, let me try that. But you can't really let that slide too much, or it takes away your enjoyment from it. Miami Santa Fortuna. This level was alright. Had some cool ideas to it. A little wide and flat, and it went kind of disastrously when I tried it. Mumbai, I hated, but loved at the same time. Whittleton Creek, this is the Vermont suburb. This level I liked a lot. This one, due to my insistence on doing it a certain way, was one of the most miserable ones for sure. And also kind of did not have the greatest kill ideas. I didn't find a lot of the kills here were that fun. But a cool idea, a really, really cool idea. New York. I don't even remember this level. Oh, these are the expansions. Haven Island and New York are the two expansions at the end of number 2. I didn't even play these. Mission story 0 or 7 for this one. I don't see how that's possible. Look at this. Levels that have beaten are like sub 20% completion. That's how crazy this. That's how in-depth this thing is. So, can I do these? Get access. Steam store. Yeah, these are the 2 levels I can't get to. Got it. All right. And so this last one was Dartmoor, which was okay. So Dubai. Wait. So Dubai is how it started. Interesting. And then this one, total completion 4%. That's accurate, considering how little I got to do. Berlin was great. Chongqing was one of my favorite. Mendoza was very, very, very cool. And then this one. So pretty short. And then what's this one? Ambrose Island. Mission Shadow in the Water. What is this? The after level?
Morning 47. The Ark Society's annual gathering is several weeks away, which should give us ample time to prepare.
What?
Meanwhile, Mr. Gray has an off-the-books request. Perhaps you should explain.
The fuck is this?
Crest. One of my best fixes. Before Romania, I left him in charge of the militia. Told him in no uncertain terms to cease all attacks on Providence, stand by, and await further orders. Safe to say he did not. Crest and his men have gone rogue,
What is happening here?
reinventing themselves as a glorified gang of international thieves. They specialize in ruthless spectacle heists with zero regard to collateral damage.
I've seen the man's file. What did you expect would happen?
It's not like I had much choice, seeing as all my best lieutenants were killed by you two.
Lieutenants.
Fair point.
Nevertheless, Crest is a rabid dog. He is my
I
responsibility.
have no idea what's happening.
My mistake. I would like your help correcting it.
Current whereabouts?
Ambrose Island, an isolated harbor north from the Strait of Malacca. Coincidentally, one of Wazir Kale's old ports of call.
This is just like the All-Star game?
According to my intel, Crest and his men have joined forces with a local pirate syndicate to raid a passing tanker. His goal, a control unit for an Ether Corp satellite being covertly shipped abroad. The satellite is a node in the company's most secure cloud storage network, so they would pay a fortune to preserve its integrity.
What is Crest's endgame?
Extortion, if I had to guess. We don't have the luxury of a full investigation. For us to move against the constant, we need Providence to think the threat is over and lower their guard.
This must be between game 2 and 3?
Another militia attack on Ether would raise alarms.
I agree. 47.
Think, or did Lucas die at the end of 2?
Crest and destroy that control unit, or lock the militia out. The satellite cannot fall into their hands. We'll need a cover story for ICA. Luckily, Akka, the rapacious leader of the syndicate, already has an active ICA contract on her head. Take her out, and we'll even get our expenses paid.
Well, I never had you pegged as a rebel.
I'm warming to it.
Thank you, both. 47, seeing as I know Crest, I'll provide field support. Meet you out east.
Okay. What have I got myself into here? Alright, well, I'll cross this bridge some other time. It's time for me to eat dinner. All my life. I'll probably start playing this as during the day for a few days. See how I like freelancer mode. Or maybe in the evenings and change Valheim to daytime. I'm not quite sure. Either way, I'll figure that out. And then, I'm gonna read where the fuck this mission comes from. Is it like an expansion one I don't know about? And then I'm trying to figure out whether I should buy those other 2 missions. Maldives work. But regardless, that's 4 hours of Hitman today. So it's a pretty good start for my first day off from not having gym time. I'm gonna take today and tomorrow off completely, and then I'm gonna start doing the mornings to look for apartments because I gotta move in 3.5 weeks. So for now, that's good. Master Dub, if you're around later, my castle is very close to being finished. It's alpha phase in Valheim. Maybe you're around this evening. Anyway, see ya.